I thought I'd just use a drawing media today. I've got this off-white paper and some of these Conte à Paris, which are chalk pastels. That's what I'd call chalk pastels, but they're hard. They're not soft ones. I've got extra soft ones here as well if I want to revert to them, but I'm interested to explore these. Yeah. I'm glad to have them because I want to do some drawing and I didn't want it to be colourless because I'm still focusing on this sunflower and white garden flower mix that's kind of past its best, but it's colourful. I had toyed with the idea of doing something, the 3 materials challenge today, but kind of gave up on that in the end because I feel a little bit like being free to use whatever I want, kind of, but at the same time not wanting to draw on too much either. And I'm tired, and it's Sunday today, a day of rest traditionally, so I'm just doing a little thing. Now, I did find some bright yellow paper, but it seems to me that it's a different colour from most of the sunflowers, so I don't think I'll use it in the end. I was considering using some collage. I'm just going to bring it closer because I'm not sure you can really see what's happening on the drawing there. I know you can't fully see the flowers either, but I think that's okay. Well, I guess you do want to see the sunflower. Alright, and hopefully it'll get stronger as I go. I had a thought to put something like this in for some of the greens. Maybe just explain the vase even. Although I'm not that pushed to it really. I'm just looking around here to see what else I've got. I'm in the studio, so there's the possibility of finding strange things. It's a bit closer maybe, or even that one. This is probably no harm to put in as the shadow. The shadows that I'm seeing on the sunflower. I think I'll do that. Just put a bit of glue on there. Might tear it actually and use some of it over here. Yeah, this bit over here. Quite dark there. And then, yeah, I think it's okay to put on the piece there on the opposite side of the dark center. And I've got one last bit I might as well put in. And then I've got the Fierce Bright yellow that I could use as well, but first I want to indicate the center of the flower, I think. And there's just some parts of it that are visible. I'm not sure now if the chalks are going to work that well over the glue on the paper. So I'm just using the black one to really get in the shade that I'm after. And in between these two areas of black is a bright yellow petal that's sitting out in front, catching the light. And let's see, I think maybe there is a hint of this kind of orange colour in places. Oh, I'm wrinkling my sunflower. And I want to keep it straight if it's the shadow. I don't want it to have too much texture to it. I'm trying out my yellows. I think I might need to. I must have taken the bright sunflower yellows out of this set, I'd say. Maybe use them somewhere else. So I think I will reach for the soft pastels that are here and see. Oh, jeepers. I don't know what's falling down there now, but anyway. Maybe better not knowing. Yeah, so here's, actually that's oil pastel. The sunflower yellow, which might work. Let's stick down the other side of that. No, it's not sticking. Yeah, so let's see. I think this is maybe a good color. Nice and bright. And again, it's kind of resisting the glue a little bit. But it's kind of, in a way, keeping me on my toes, that having to push it to get it to stay. And it being adhering in some bits and not in others. And actually I think I will use the oil pastel too, which will cover the glue and everything. Similar colour to the one I was just using in the soft pastel there. And then there's this, you know, kind of a brighter yellow. That's it, catching the ends where the light is coming through them, you know, they kind of become really beautifully yellowy, transparent yellow. And there's one here too, which I had thought I would maybe do with the collage again, with that bright yellow collage paper I have. Let's see. Maybe better is to use something to explain the better is to use something to explain the shadow first down here, and then to come up closer to the tip where the brightness is with the collage, maybe. Okay. I'm just going back to that same paper I used for the shadows, because I see a bit of shadow that could be explained here too. Yeah, and also I've done that one. Maybe just a thin one here. Okay. And now I do have this really bright yellow collage paper that, while it's a bit more lemon yellow than it's a bit more lemon yellow than what I'm seeing. I feel like it might work to explain the real brightness. Maybe. And setting it in front of that, hopefully will let it feel as though it's overlapped. It's overlapping. And another one here. And then I'll do a final tip up here with that same yellow. Oh. I'm just going to bring that closer to show you what I did there with the different things. It's hard for you to see. So there's a variety of chalk pastel, oil pastel, and then soft, really soft chalk pastel and collage in there. So, yeah, I think I'll just continue drawing again now for a while, adding what I see around with the soft pastel again. The green and the soft pastel can be merged a little bit with my fingers. There's a Crocosmius sitting in there, kind of disturbing the sunflower, to be honest. It's in an unusual location, just right here. And I seem to have decided that I'm going to keep it. I could just pick it out, like. I'm considering, will I pick it out? I think I will, actually. I've got scissors and all here. Because I want to see the sunflower there. I mean, I really love Crocosmius. Look. But it was completely obscuring this edge of the sunflower. I couldn't see what was going on there. I think it makes a simpler job without it sitting in front of that. So I've got a very dark blue now I'm using to describe the dark shadows, the base of the sunflower in the green. It's a kind of a blue-green colour, I think. Okay. I think I'm hitting my shoulders hitting the iPad, sorry about that. I quite like the edge of the hard pastel coming into and making a nice crisp, giving a crisp quality to the more soft, the soft pastels. Okay, what next now? Just gonna carry on down here and do something to explain those lovely purple asters. And they're a bit in shadow. And then down here there's daisy as well, of course. Center of it there. I think I'll get a greyish colour to outline the shape of the daisy. Again, there's a leaf sitting in front of the daisy there. It's a round tree leaf. Goes with those lovely red berries. It's kind of obscuring things, but I think I'm just gonna go with it. Sometimes it's better not to keep adjusting the setup as you're doing. This is just a white pastel. I'm hoping that because the paper is a bit off white, The white might stand out. Probably would do better with the soft pastel white, I'd say. I can't see any. Or even oil pastel, but actually it's okay. It's worked okay there. I did cut off that leaf because it was like sticking right in front of the daisy too. I wouldn't normally be doing this, but I think I'm having a very lazy morning today. And one thing, I didn't set things up in advance really. I suppose that's the thing. If I had set it up in advance and really, I just turned it a different way from yesterday, so it would be a different image. If I had set it up in advance, I mightn't feel the need then to pluck up flowers as I go. But sure, it's grand to do that as well if you need to. As long as it doesn't become like too sparse. Right, so in here there's lots of foliage and stuff. It's generally, with my eyes half closed, generally dark, generally greenish. And actually the aster needs to come up a bit higher there. There's a lovely bright one sitting here. Not quite that colour, but it's close enough to it, you know. Bits of it that are bright like that. Pinkish. I like this colour with the yellow and the greens. I even find that there's touches of that bright blue in there, and that at least it helps to make the flower read as though it's got light falling on it, I think. Kind of darker purple then. As it goes into the shadows, it could be useful. And there's a muted little one, little aster sitting back here behind the daisy. And behind the berries. I'm kind of wondering about how to go about them. And also the centres of these have got a kind of a yellowish hint to them. Not orangey yellow really, more this kind of a lime yellow. No, some more drawing, I'd say. Look at this dark green. I'm reading a good book at the moment, so I'm looking forward to getting back to it. I've been doing quite a lot of reading recently, and it's almost the pleasure of looking forward to it is almost as much of a pleasure as it is reading it. Like, looking forward to deciding I might go for a coffee and have a read when I drop Lily to her football. Okay. Just a second now, I'm just going to pause it. Lily's calling me.